Well, hello all and welcome. Hope you're all doing well. As you can see here, this is part of a bed of beetroot I've got. I've got bolt hardy and Solandra in here. I want to get one or two of these up. They are more than ready. I want to get some spring onions up, and I want to get a few potatoes up as well. So I think the first job we'll do is have a look at these beetroot and get some of them up. Right, I'm going to just, in no particular order as such, just have a bit of a look at what's about. Let's have a look at what we've got here. This is bolt hardy. The Solandra, by the way, haven't really done that well. They've been very patchy. Well, there's one beetroot. It's one up. That'll give a bit of room in amongst these others here. What have I got? I'm just trying to obviously remove the biggest to start with, so it gives a bit of room for some of these others. There's a couple here that, let's just have a look first before I... Here's another one here that looks a decent size. That's a reasonable size. Oh, I've never seen that before. Look at that, like two roots. Where? Let's have a look. We've got any more? They're all fairly smallish ones along there. This is a reasonable size. I mainly pickle my beetroot. There's another good one. I think we'll have one more. What are we going to go with? I've got one or two that are worth taking out actually, no, but I don't want to take them all at once, so we'll have that one there. That will do. There we go. So as you can see, some very nice beetroot. They'll do me to start with, because I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to pickle these. So that'll do to start with. Next job, we'll go and get some spring onions up. Well, here we are with spring onions. This was originally put to one side as a carrot bed, and it was totally disastrous. So I thought, right, we'll put it to good use with something else. and I've got various stages of spring onions. These are more than ready to harvest now, and then there's 2 lots coming along nicely, and then a little row at the very end that have only been in a few weeks. May as well take these from the front here, making sure we put all the soil back. Onto the plot and not take it all home with us. Now then, have I got... Yes, I've got the label here. What were these? No, that's not for them. No, I haven't got a label on those. Oh, I have Guardsmen. That's it. Those are Guardsmen. So, in fact, I might just take a few more. Take this. Just take a few of this bunch here. I do like a spring onion with when I take my sandwiches to work, and then getting just have a munch on a spring onion as you're tucking into your sandwiches. Lovely. Right, so that's some spring onions up. So I'll collate everything. I've been and got the potatoes up, so I'll get and collate everything, and I'll show you a little bit of a harvest that we're taking from the plot today. Well, there's a little bit of a harvest. There's the beetroot that we've got up. As I say, they're bolt hardy. The spring onions, Guardsmen, some really large ones in amongst there, and some sort of more sort of regular size. And then the potatoes. These are Sarpo Una. There's, as you can see, quite a good size. These, they're not all that size, but the rest of them reasonable sort of size, not bad at all quite reasonable. This is off 2 original seed potatoes, so I'm quite pleased with that. And considering how dry it's been this year, yes, they have been watered, but to do them really any justice, you're going to be using gallons of water really. I mean, these, can't moan with them. I mean, they're more than baked potato size, they are. But yes, all in all, very pleased. And these Sarpo Una, definitely get and do those again next year. That's a definite must. Well, you saw me harvest with regards to the beetroot that I've had out of there. I have got some more beetroot here alongside the parsnips. These are bolt hardy. They were sown the 4th of July, and these were actually sown in multi-cell seed trays. Once they were about 3 inches tall or so, they were put out here in their little clumps, and I'm very pleased with these. These are coming on really nicely. I don't know when they actually came out on the plot, but I've got to be honest, they're as I say, they're coming on nice, and they're going to give me some beetroot well into winter with any luck, once I've finished harvesting those from there. Well, I've just noticed some of this sweet corn might be ready to harvest. Just have a look. That isn't quite. What I'm doing is just squeezing a kernel and if it's a nice milky liquid that's coming out, it's ready. If it's a clear liquid, leave it, it's not quite ready. So we'll have a look. I'm only going to check a couple because I don't want to spend, yeah, that one's a go. So let's open these up and have a look what these are like. And I think the answer is very nice. I'm only going to take a couple. I think we can safely say that's quite a nice little cob. The variety is Swift. I'll just put that down there and I'll just have a look if there's any more. Yeah. Another one. As I say, all that I've done is just pushed my fingernail. I'll try and show you if I can. Let me just get rid of the rubbish. I'll try and show you what I was doing because I want it to do it. It probably won't do it on camera, but as you see, just press. Gives that a bit of a squeeze. See, a bit of a milky liquid, and that means they're ready. So I'll take them too. They'll do me. I'm quite pleased with them. There's plenty more to harvest, but I think they probably won't hurt to leave them another few days, week or so, and then we'll have them all. And I will freeze sweet corn. I'll have that, no problem. Get it all while you can, and then if needs be, freeze it. So yeah, a little nice little bonus harvest of sweet corn. I was just putting everything back to one side, and I walked past and I thought, yeah, they look like they could be ready, some of them. So there we go, a little bit of a bonus. Well, I'm out here in the greenhouse and I'm sowing a bit of lettuce. Doing two varieties. That's all year round, that's the one, and then the other I'm doing is winter density. What I'm doing with them is I'm going to sow them into multi-cell trays. They'll then go into cold frame outside. I'm not going to leave them direct outside with no protection because we have been having some right thundery showers lately. It's absolutely hammered down. Thunder, lightning, it's really been quite horrendous weather, and it seems to be set for that to continue for the next few days. So I'll get these done and I'll bring you back when we're all done. Right, I'll get and do the winter density. I don't know whether these are in a, I thought so, they're loose within these little foil packs. I don't want to put loads in each. He says as he drops about 8 or 9 seeds in each cell. But yeah, I'm just, as I say, I've not done winter density or all year round or so on for a while. The plan is to do some of these and put them into my veg strug, and then some of my potato buckets that I've got left over, I'll look at putting some into some of those and keeping them in the greenhouses here. that might be on a future sowing, I don't know yet, just to try and give them a bit of protection. We'll again, it's all down to the weather. We'll see what Mother Nature throws at us weather-wise. That's going to be the big thing. If it's fairly mild, we might keep them outside. Let's try and thin them out a little. Right, I'm going to put over these there we go, a little bit of vermiculite. Just enough to cover. Then this cell tray, because these are a little bit flexible, they're going to go into one of the harder plastic with a bit more vermiculite. They'll go into one of the harder plastic seed trays, and makes them a lot easier for carrying then. Not that I plan on carrying them around everywhere, but you know what I mean, when I'm, you know. There we go. And of course, water them. Just very carefully, because this shoots it out at 1,000,000 miles an hour. That's better. I won't show you me doing the other tray because they're all the same. I'm doing exactly the same with the other tray. But I just wanted to get and sort out something for, like I say, some extra lettuce. The one that's been my favourite this year has been a freebie from Mr. Fothergill's, I think it is, and it's called Crisp Mint, and it's a little bit like a cos lettuce, but I've been growing it and just cut and come again. That'll do. And as ever, don't forget the label. So that's them done. I'll now get and do the all year round, and as I say, they'll stay. I think I'll put them out. I've got a cold frame just out here, so I think I'll put them in there, and it'll just give them a bit of protection from these thundery storms we've been having just lately. Well, I've just come out in the garden here to harvest some raspberries, and I know I've said, you've seen in a previous video where I've shown with how many flowers and fruit that are forming and so on, and here we go. There's 12 ounces there, and that's minus the container. Had them on the scales. Just chuffed to bits, really have. They've done well in the past, but this year they seem to have really excelled themselves. But me harvests in general this year seem to have been been really good, a lot better than definitely a lot better than last year. But yeah, I just thought to show you these raspberries is doing really well. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. It really is very much appreciated. As you've seen with the various harvests, the beetroot, that's all been pickled. That's in the cupboard now, in the jars in the cupboard, all done. There will be some more of that done over the next week or two for definite. The spring onions, I have been harvesting regularly, both off the plot and the veg truck out in the back here. The veg truck now is empty of spring onions to harvest, but there are some in there, some small seedlings about so big. They're a variety called Matrix. I've never done them before, so we'll see how they go. The potatoes you've seen there, very pleased with them. Some of those large potatoes, in fact those 3 large, it was quite funny really, because one was just on £1, then another one was £1, just over £1 1 ounce, and then there's another one, the biggest, was just over £1 2 ounce. Really, I suppose really they are a bit too big for a baked potato, but when you're doing mashed potato, perfect. One of them and a few bits and you are enough for 4 of us, no problem at all. The sweet corn, you've seen how those first 2 cobs there with the sweet corn, and there's plenty more to come, but I'll keep checking on them over the next week or 2. I've been having some brilliant harvests with the raspberries, really doing well with those. And as an example of harvests, I've just been out into the greenhouse to do a bit of watering, and voila, these are a mix of sweet million and sweet aperitif, those. Then here I've got a mix of Crimson Crush and Bacardi, the ones that I grow myself, and these are, you know, really nice nice tomatoes. So all in all, we're doing really well with those. So once again, as I say, thank you all very much for watching. It really is very much appreciated. Be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.